welcome to this week's DevRel Deep Dive. I'm Lottie, and this is my colleague,
Sebastian.
Sebastian, and one day we'll do a slick opening that I like. Anyway, doesn't matter. This week we are going to look at a new package that has been released by someone in the Umbraco community. Seb, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's funny that you call it new because it's actually an older package, but there's a new addition to it.
Uh-huh, good, excellent.
So Request Protect for Umbraco was released in April this year, but they've added a admin panel to it as well, so you can see in the back office what's happening with the package. The package, let me just explain first before we start doing that, is some middleware that provides things like IP whitelisting or URL pattern matching to request parts of your Umbraco website, part of routes in your Umbraco website.
Ah, okay. So if you were building like a new part of your website that you didn't want the public to see, but we all know that preview just isn't quite the same as looking at real web pages, you would be able to
You could
say,
do a whole segment and say, yeah, anything under news is protected for now.
ah,
That's one of the
cool,
things.
that's
There's also
really cool.
things like if you have an API that you don't want to expose to the public, but you want to be able to access from your dev machines or internally between two like Azure instances or something like that. That's also helpful.
Okay, so you can use this package rather than having to roll your own authentication for
Exactly.
those
Yeah.
API endpoints.
Yeah.
Does it do anything with media? She says asking too many questions before we've even
Well,
started.
that's a good question. I mean, yes, it will, but what do you want to happen? I mean, nobody can access media unless they know the secret
Yeah.
key.
Media is always an interesting one because whilst you kind of in the content tree, well, sorry, the media section,
Hmm.
the media tree, you might have a folder where you want to put things in and say these
Yeah,
are only for logged in users or
yeah,
specific things. Of course, they don't share a common URL
exactly.
structure. So,
No, they do share a common URL structure, which is the problem. You can do media slash, and then nothing is predictable after that.
yeah,
So you will
sorry,
just
they
protect the whole
share,
media
they
folder.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The URL is not dependent on their location in the media tree,
No, exactly.
so you couldn't use it for media like that. Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's
So
stop
yeah,
focusing on what
this
it
is
can't
not
do.
this is not Media Protect, which is a nice package by Richard Sutterman.
Ah, yes, media protect. Sorry, request protect. The key there is the word request, isn't it? It's saying you want to
It is.
protect the request that is coming in, as in
Exactly.
the URL.
Yep.
Show us something, Seb.
Let me show you something. So this is the original package. Oh no, it's
Oh,
not.
from
It's
our
not
friends
from
at
April, but it's from June actually. From
our
our friends
friends
at
at Mariana.
Mariana. Hmm. Matt Weiss and Nick Remington, mostly Nick Remington, have worked on this, as far as I could tell from the commit history.
I
And
think
mm,
Cogworks did something like this years ago, but it
yes,
but it didn't go beyond version 8, if memory serves.
yeah, I can't remember. This one is definitely compatible with 13 through 16. Um, I had a question, but I'll get to that later. The additional one is the admin panel that shows you the current configuration of the thing in the back office, so you actually have a clue when you can't just inspect the app settings. You'll have a clue as to what's actually happening and why. Uh,
Okay, so one is actually the addition of the middleware that needs to make it run, and then the other is an optional
Exactly.
back office view.
Exactly. So this one will just do all the things, and the admin one will show you in the back office what's happening. And we'll talk about that more later. Um, in With regards to features, so I said you can protect back office and content. Oh yeah, back office and content. You can do it on the Umbraco route as well, of course. You can do IP whitelisting, um, header that's a difficult word. Authorization. I'll show a little bit about why later. Preview links can be secured. You can do. It works with pattern matching on routes. There will be once you actually authenticate somehow. You'll get a cookie to maintain that authentication, so you don't have to keep entering it. And yeah, you configure it through the app settings.
And for the British viewers, the word is roots.
Oh,
Please
route,
continue.
route, 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 route. URL segment. That's neutral.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can give it a few things. So one of the ways you could authenticate is by a query string, which is not very secure. Be careful when you're doing that, because that ends up in server logs, and if you share that URL with someone, it will end up in Google at some point. So be very careful what you're doing there. But as I said, you can also do things like sending a custom header or IP whitelist. Let's see. Of course, multiple environments. You can do this for multiple environments as well. So, shall I try and install this stuff and see what happens? Unless you have questions.
Hello, Ryder.
Hello, Ryder.
No, I was just thinking. Okay, so the query string option means just by the presence of that query
Exactly.
string, it would allow. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's.
I'll show you in a minute.
It's a quick way. And then custom headers, you'd use what, browser developer tools?
Exactly. You could, yeah,
it.
yeah. But it's more that one is more for if you have something that's running in the background, sending requests.
Okay, yeah.
I'll show you in a minute. I've added both the middleware and the admin package now. Of course, I need to add some configuration. Let me just look at the sample and see what's happening here.
Do you think they went for the 3 letters MYA because they knew everyone would misspell Moriyama?
Who knows? Or just to make it short. I don't know. Am I doing it in the wrong section? Where am I?
It should be after connection strings,
Yeah.
because it won't be.
It's not happy about it. Maybe one too many of these. No.
You don't. Yeah, you don't need the outside.
But
you don't have curly braces.
Oh, there's one too many here. That's the one.
Yeah.
There you go. And do I have too little here now? Yeah. No. No, this was fine. Okay, doke. Right. Of course, we can disable the whole thing, and then all of the rules won't apply anymore. I'll leave it enabled. I'll also not bother changing this because this is a demo. I'm actually going to remove this because if I whitelist, actually I'm on a domain name, so I'll leave it. I'm going to be on test.umbracalendar.com, which is not 127.0.0.1, so it should kick in. What I want to do, let me just copy this from a different screen, is make a new page called testing and protect that one. This is a regular expression, so you can do a lot of the things that you need with it.
I just had an involuntary reaction.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible, isn't it? And what the documentation didn't show here is that you need to enable this root, this auth rule, otherwise everything will be protected. So I don't want to do this one. Requires query string. Let's do the query string version first and see how that goes.
Yeah, it's a nice easy one to demo.
Exactly. Yes, let's see. So yeah, I should restart my website. Otherwise, nothing will happen.
So what does that combination of rules mean? So you've got a rule here that says IP whitelist, which means let this in anyway?
Yeah, that's a blanket rule. Any of them can access that route.
And then if it hasn't passed that, then it would go through the auth rules. Okay.
This is even worse or even better. So this is a blanket rule for the whole site. So any route is now allowed if you're coming from 127.0.0.1. But then if that doesn't match, then it goes into any of the rules you might define. So there could be multiple ones as well.
Okay.
Lovely
website.
What a beautiful website. I love testing with this one. It's an actual website. Uh-oh, fatal error. That's nice. Ooh. Oh no, I've broken it. That's not good. Oh no.
Have you not just restricted all access accidentally by saying only the whitelist can do it?
I probably did. Let me just see. So it applies to path, requires query string. Let's see. That one I didn't have in my sample configuration. So maybe. Maybe that's the problem. But it did show up a second ago, so it's weird. Oh yeah, I'm a local host here. Oh, so maybe because I'm not on localhost here, because I'm test.umbraco.calendar.com, maybe that's my problem.
Maybe
Fine.
you should just turn it off
Oh, no, this is
in
exactly my
previous.
problem. Here
Yeah.
we go. This is the problem. I'm only allowed if I'm on 127.7.1. 0.0.1. I mean.
Right.
Let's do it correctly this time. Yes, 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 it stopped. It will come up. No, it's not. It's not helping me. Oh, it's made it worse. That's my.
Why don't
That's what I tested before, and that worked.
Why don't you set enable to false
Yeah.
and just get your site? Because maybe your site's just
I'm just gonna be
tired.
cheeky and copy this in and see what's different. Only the name is different. One more time.
I'm doing really well to not start singing one more time. Really well.
Alright, now it seems to work, and does test work? Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. We can review the video later to see what the differences were. Excellent.
Nick Remington is shouting at the screen right now.
Oh yeah, probably. I did ask him for help while I was trying this out, because it started with a regex, and I'm like, oh. He was very helpful. Thank you, Nick, and so was Matt, by the way. So, what was I gonna do? Restrict the testing page. Hello, test. Yep. That should have a testing URL now. Yes, and hey, it's protected. Yay. So, auth and your secret code is what we should be able to unlock it with, unless I need to add more to the config. Let's see. Yay, that worked.
It's okay. Yeah.
And if you look into the storage now, there will be a cookie that says I have been authenticated, and I can now just go to this page without the URL, the query string, and it will keep working until that cookie gets
Okay.
removed. So that's one of the ways to allow access together with
Well,
other
of course, because
things.
if you had lots of child nodes, none of those child links off
Yeah,
underneath, none of those would have the
exactly.
query string
Otherwise, you would need
appended.
to
So
have the
that's
query string every time, which is very annoying. And especially if you do the preview page, that's always going to have a different ID at the end of it. So of course, you want to make sure that you get that, keep that the same. Right. Right. Admin. So in the settings section, I should see a dashboard for this. And oh, I did this before. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna break it first. So what doesn't happen automatically when you
yes,
install
the
that
old.
dashboard is
Yeah.
that if you don't give people permission, they don't see the dashboard. I like this because you can give specific people permission to see the dashboard. So once you install the package, you must go into a user and assign them the request protect a user group to be
So
able
is
to.
that this second package that you added
Yeah,
that automatically creates the user group
it
for
makes the
you?
user
It's
group
just
for me. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just have to manually
just have to
decide
add
who
it
gets
to
access.
a user or a group of users. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that I have this one, oh, it's giving me the nicely formatted way of doing this. I can see it's enabled and exactly what it's trying to do. IP whitelist is null, so it's not applying that one. Very nice.
That's cool.
Then my question was, well, so what do you mean I can send headers between servers, and what would that be useful for? The answer I got was, well, we use it a lot to make usync complete behave between two servers, and also to close off the endpoints for usync from anybody else using it. Except when we do it, for example, locally, we have maybe a postman running trying to send stuff to the live server. That might be allowed. But if usync is working between two servers, you can tell it to send some secret headers that nobody knows about, so they can talk to each other, but nobody else can talk to usync on that server. So I thought that was a really good idea to do that.
I mean, usync obviously has built-in authorization anyway, doesn't it? You're saying the usync API endpoints are in the public.
I mean, I'm sure they do have authentication enabled, but this actually I don't know.
Kevin will let us know, and we'll
Yeah,
add it in
exactly.
the description. Kevin will have thought about this, of course, because I think quite a lot of this would be sort of all back office users might be able to do something, but this is sort of saying we want more control over who can actually do something.
I don't know what the API looks like, so yeah, that's a good question. So that works now. What else was going to show? I don't think there's that much else to actually show.
Integration with Umbraco's logging?
I haven't looked at that, but I'm sure we can see it here now that it's failed a few times. Maybe if I look at the errors. No, that's not it.
Yeah, because you were getting at it. Sort of, does it log? I wonder if it's logging when requests have come in.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Oh my God, we now all know your computer name.
Radio Gaga, it's the best. All of my computers are named after Queen songs, obviously.
I didn't know you're such a Queen fan. And
Not really.
And I'm now doing really well to not sing Radio Gaga.
There we go.
So when someone goes, I can't access something, you'd be able to go in here and you'd be able to see why, and you'd also then, if you've got the back office package installed, be able to see what rules have been
rules
set.
are. But the rules are quite explained here as well. Disallowed on this item. Yeah.
I thought maybe the back office package would let you edit them, but of course, hot editing of app settings JSON files is not
the best.
It's not a thing.
Not a thing. Yeah, you used to be able to edit the web config and it would just work, but that was always a little bit of a hack, of course, because it would always restart the website anyway.
So just revisit the IP whitelist. If that you would use if you want to protect.
Yeah, if you're and this is especially handy if you're on a VPN, so you always know what your IP address is, and you can just go in. Because otherwise, it's hard to maintain IP whitelists because IPs change all the time. Your internet provider will change it every so often. Azure IPs change. So
was it applying to the entire site?
That would be, in this case, the way it was set up, it would have applied to the entire site, I think. But I might be wrong on that one.
Okay.
So the entire site. So any of the auth rules that come after. Do not apply to you if you're on that IP address. That's how that's supposed to work, I think.
Oh, okay. So you're basically saying because I'm on a local host, don't enforce any of these restrictions. Just let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's called an IP whitelist, but I see in the examples that they have some rules like office.ip address and a VPN.ip address. Oh no, it's still an IP address. It's not a domain name. Okay, good. So yeah, you can do your office IP address, but remove the last number and do .star, those kinds of things.
And what we've done when we've looked at community packages in the past is we've looked at the open source repository just to
sure thing.
Let's see. It is open source.
It is. I actually even already sent a pull request to it.
Oh, nice. And by the sounds of it, there's some good documentation there already. And if anyone has any other questions, then of course you can help them by editing any documentation.
So yep, I found that it's still open. They haven't merged it yet, but I found that an SVG was broken, so I fixed that one. Plus, I added some words around. If you want to be able to see the admin dashboard, you need to add that user group because I didn't figure that out on my own. So that was nice.
And It's only been 2 days, so please don't judge.
No. Absolutely no judgment whatsoever.
I know you won't. Excellent. Well, that seems like a pretty useful tool. Thank you very much. Mariama.
This is one thing I forgot to show you, but you have to add this to your program CS as well. I was about to make a pull request saying, "Oh no, you can do this in an iComposer, and you don't have to force people to do it." But then I realized that actually they did it in a better way. This works on any version of Umbraco, 13 and above, because you just add a little bit to the program CS. If I wanted to make it work in an Umbraco iComposer, I would have to take a dependency on an Umbraco library, and then I would have to recompile it for different versions of Umbraco. So this is a deliberate choice, and I support this. This is a great choice, actually.
Oh, that's useful to know. And of course, here my brain was going, and you could do some environmental testing as to whether you want to add this or not, but you don't need to, because your app settings JSON file is where you would do different environment rules.
Exactly.
So if you add this package to your website and you don't do anything in app settings JSON, it makes no difference anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's enabled false, so it's just not getting in the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And so that you have all the difference, all the configuration differences in your environments done by your different app settings files.
Yep.
Nice.
So some more docs here, and they're obviously open to ideas, pull requests, that kind of thing. Nick told me he was happy that someone was trying it out, so let's have some more people try it out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure if Mariama have been using it on their sites, other people will have probably implemented their own workarounds. I mean, I know lots of people put sort of redirects in for the Umbraco back office URL, and limit that by IP address and things. But that, of course, always involves remembering how to do redirects properly without breaking a site. Definitely something that you always have to test whenever you try and restrict anything, because it's too easy to just break it, as you kindly demonstrated, so that other people pay attention. Excellent. Thank you very much, Seb. Thank you to Mariama, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, what should they do, Seb?
Oh, you have to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get the notifications when there's a new episode.
Yeah, you could tell us on Discord, Umbraco Discord on discord.umbraco.com, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.